So we got all of our analysis. It is Sunday, December 27th. So all of our analysis is posted in the Discord chat. Yeah, we just go to the analysis. So we just posted everything that me and Nick are about to go over is right in there. So you guys can click on the links and you can pull up. We just write text. We do like a top-down analysis. What's the Discord chat? Yeah, we'll drop the link in there. We just do a top-down analysis and we'll go over the same thing on this call right now. So each pair will just start on the higher time frame, work our way down to a lower time frame. And this analysis can be used, guys, throughout the entire week this week. So don't think just because we did the analysis today it's invalid. We normally do it on the higher time frame. So, 4-hour daily time frame, it'll most likely be
Yep.
valid for the entire week this week.
Yeah, like these are 4 hours. See that 4 hour,
Yeah.
4 hour. So
Yeah.
all these are that 4 hour or above, and then we'll drop lower time frame stuff as it gets closer to the actual trade in premium analysis, which is a $7 package. But that's just breaking down how we get into the analysis and kind of walk you through it. It all starts here, guys, with the Sunday market blitz and analysis, general analysis through the week. So yeah, again, it all starts here, guys. Every week we prepare, we kind of analyze what's going on, then we'll follow and make trades accordingly. So to start off this week, we have DXY, which is just the dollar index. It's literally just showing you the strength of the US dollar here. And we're going to jump up time frames to just get an overall view of the trend here and then make some decisions based on that. So we can see clearly this is very bearish, right? We've been kind of falling off here for quite a while. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, breaking through support. So very bearish, right? We recently broke through our monthly zone right here. And this is a huge bearish leg, right? So we did fib this. It did form structure on the 4 hour. And now we had a confirmed lower high below this zone. So we're looking to continue with this trend and, make some take some short positions into key levels of support. So let's go to the 4 hour, kind of break this down, see where we're at on this time frame. So here's that zone we just broke, right? We pushed through it. We formed a lower high. And so this is that fib, right? So we fibbed this leg here, pushed lower, 0% here, came back up, formed structure at 38.2, gave us a nice double top. So after that, right, we're looking to make shorts. We're looking to take short entries. We're looking for, confirmations, bearish setups. But, last week it was kind of, the volume was kind of dying down a little bit. So this sideways movement was expected. This is just a bit of consolidation. We did get an MA cross, which is what we wanted to see. But, it was a little, the volume was just a little too flat for us to really, say that it's bearish, confirmed bearish. So that's what we're waiting for this week. This week, we're waiting for the volatility to kick in and, see what kind of movement we can get out of DXY. Obviously we want to ride the trend. So we're looking for a break of this lower time frame support right here at 90.15, right? Want to see a move through that, some sort of lower time frame retest, maybe a wick or, a 1 hour, 30-minute lower high, and then, strong bearish setups. And then we're looking for that next leg. So we're going to target 0% first, and then all the way down here towards our negative 27 fib level. So definitely bearish on DXY going into this week. Just want to see this next leg develop. But if it is to reverse, right, what needs to happen for us to say, all right, DXY is long now. It's looking more bullish than anything else. In reality, it needs to be a break of 90.8, right? That's where the first major transition on this time frame is going to take place, because we're getting all these 4 hour lower highs here. So we really need to see this level break, start seeing some, higher lows establish themselves on this time frame. And then, we can expect some, price action to rally into this level of resistance, our monthly zone right here. So that's what needs to happen, because honestly,
This
this
looking
could,
crazy bearish.
it is, because this could pull back to here, guys, and still be bearish, right? Because that just means it's another test of this zone at 90.8, and this would just be another high, right? Testing this level, this set of lower highs here, right? So very much still bearish until we break 90.8. Okay, but yeah, hopefully we don't have this pullback. Hopefully this consolidation just breaks and we get this bearish leg down towards some negative fib levels. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, pretty clean setup. I mean, don't let consolidation fool you guys. Look at the bigger picture. This is still very much bearish. We formed structure. Now we're just looking for setups to confirm this next leg. Okay, so that's DXY. We are gonna jump to gold real quick, and then we're gonna come back to the pairs. But I want to cover gold just because this thing's kind of flying. All right, so daily time frame to start. We're gonna do the same thing we did on DXY. Take a look at the overall trend. And keep in mind that DXY and gold have an inverse relationship. So that means that as DXY drops, gold will, start to rally, relatively. It's not going to be pip for pip, but, you'll see some inverse movements from each of them. Okay. So overall, I mean, we know that we're very bullish on the weekly. Overall, the higher time frame on gold has been bullish, right? We've just been rallying, seeing higher highs, new records. So yeah, overall, very bullish. On the daily, though, it was bearish because we did have this pullback after we established a new high at near 2070, pulled back, nice steady bearish trend until we found some support at 1800, which was a key level, broken structure. So this reversal was nice to see. We did get an MA cross, then we started getting some higher lows on a 4-hour time frame. So we can drop to the 4-hour now, take a look at this bullish trend, this 4-hour bullish trend to be a little more specific. And that's this trend right here. Let me just zoom in on this.
This guy said gold and NAS works almost the same.
Gold and NAS. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we should start testing that theory, but we don't trade that much. We dabbled with it a little bit, but that's definitely interesting. But anyway, 4-hour bullish, right? As you guys can see, higher highs, higher lows. We're breaking the 1-hour zones, or 1-hour lower high we broke. So now we're, bullish on the 4-hour, especially after we're establishing these higher lows. But then recently we had a rally into 1875, had a bit of a false breakout. It pulled back down through the MAs, gave us a higher low off this trend line, moved back through the MAs, and then went flat. See all these little marks on the chart, guys? Those are candles from just flat price action. That's just absolute no volume, right? All in here. And then market opened, and this thing's rallying. So we just zoom out again. We had marked just before market open when I did this analysis that we had 2 potential scenarios here. Either it's going to continue with this bullish trend, which is very likely, right? And we're going to look for a long position into our daily resistance at 1930. And that seems to be happening now. I mean, we're already almost at 1900. So that would be it's almost halfway through this range here. So this is definitely looking like this is going to be the trade that plays out. But don't worry, guys, there is an opportunity here still for you if you did not enter on this yet. Literally, just wait for a higher low above 1875. Because if you look to the left, we really haven't seen one yet, at least not a true one. This one had a little bit of speculation behind it. It looks like came right back, wasn't the true push. So if this does pull back, this will be the best entry. Look for a higher low just above 1875, and then target higher up towards 1930. All right. However, if this does reverse, I'll cover the bearish scenario anyway, even though this thing is taking off. If it were to break this channel here, I mean this trend, this little bullish trend, if it were to break this and we were to consider shorts, we would want it to break at least 1858 first, some sort of lower high to enter on, and then we could target down towards significant support levels. Okay, because I really want to see a break of this higher low for me to be confident in changing my trend, saying okay, gold's bearish now, we're gonna look for shorts. So I really want to see that transition happen here, and until that happens, I'm long on gold, and obviously it's taking off now. So nice little analysis, played out earlier than expected, but sometimes it happens. The market waits for nobody. All right, so let's go on to our first pair, AU. Let's see some questions first. Let's see. Nice. You guys not trading us? Nope. We don't trade it. Golden us work. Okay. Should not enter if it breaks 1900. Guys, again, I mean, it depends on how price action plays out. I'm not going to tell you exactly what level, I'm not going to say place a, pending order at 1900, but, if it pushes up to here, this is a significant candle. So we've definitely pushed into this zone, right? So now wait for the next few candles, wait for price action to pull back. If it does pull back, as it approaches this zone near 1875, drop to the 1-hour, and then look for reversal signals to enter on. So that means once we're in this area, after we pull back, look for MA crosses, look for higher lows, look for bullish engulfings, morning stars, so on, to then enter on so that we could manage this trade here, this exact trade, this pullback, bounce, establish of a higher low, and then entering long and targeting our daily. Okay, so that's where your trade is going to take place. All right, let's go over to AU. First pair, daily time frame to start. We're going to do the same thing. Look at the overall trend, which is very bullish. Okay, very clearly bullish. We broke into this new range here after a massive rally, gave us a nice higher low at our monthly zone and retested weekly structure. Nice higher low, double bottom. Then we rallied again all the way into our weekly resistance at 0.76 flat. Okay, so this is a key level. Let's drop down to the 4-hour and see how price action is reacting at this new level of resistance. Okay, 4-hour time frame. Let's expand the chart. Okay, very clear bullish channel or bullish trend here, right? Lots of higher highs, higher lows, pretty steady too. Structure formation the whole way through. You could see it. Nothing's really getting carried away. There's not too much volume, not too little, just enough. It's just a really strong trend all in all. So you can actually see now the volume's picking up. There's a lot of reaction happening at this weekly zone, but price action is still holding its own up here, right? We're still getting higher lows or just retests of this higher low back here. So this is a good sign. So that means as the volume is increasing, we could get a pretty big break to the up or downside. So we're just going to wait for this consolidation, to kind of play out. Wait for a break of 0.76 or wait for the reversal to take place. And then we want to see a transition of this 4-hour higher low, right? All in here. So, I mean, we do want to see we do want to ride the trend. So we're looking for this long opportunity to play out first. So that would mean a nice push, a nice rally above this weekly at 0.76, pull back, establish the higher low that we could then enter on and target higher towards our negative fib level. Up around 0.7815. Okay, that's a good level. Really nice risk reward here too. But that's what needs to happen for us to really take a comfortable long, especially with such a significant level of resistance, this weekly zone here. All right, but if this does reverse, let's say this does pull back, this rally kind of dies, price action pulls through this level of support, gives us a lower high below 0.7525, and then we can enter on a lower high with strong bear setups, MA cross, etc. And then we're going to target down towards major levels of support like 0.7335. So either way this goes, guys, I mean, we got quite a bit of room to run here, especially for AU. So we can get some nice trades. Just got to see how it reacts. This is what we always want to play it safe when we're around a level of key supportive resistance, right? Because it could go either way. We can get a massive rejection or we can get a break through it. So just wait for price action to do its thing. We're just going to follow the market. We don't have a crystal ball. We're not going to try and predict it. All right. Excuse me. So that's AU looking pretty good. Let's jump over to AJ. It's going to look similar, but we're going to go to the daily time frame to start. Even though it is very similar to AU, very bullish. As we can see, we had a major break of a monthly level at 76.5 back in November. And then we've been rallying pretty much this entire month. So let's just zoom in a little bit more. So we know the overall trend's bullish, right? Very bullish. We can see that we are near a key level of resistance now at 79 flat, much like we just covered on AU. So, these two do kind of move hand in hand. But let's drop to the 4-hour. Take a closer look and see what price action is doing. Okay, nice bullish trend. Right after we broke 76.5, we had a good rally, nice structure formation, nice steady trend line. And now we've had a little bit of an increase in volume, right? We had a failed flag pattern, a lot of volume stepped in here. We did test structure down at 77.9, and then we got a confirmed higher low, rallied again through the MAs, broke minor resistance at 78.45, and now we're in kind of a new zone here between 78.45 and 79 flat. This is good though, because we did fib from this higher low, this 4-hour higher low, to our new high now. And it's lining up pretty well, as all we need for a long opportunity here is structure to form. So if we get a pullback to 78.45, right, where 38.2% fib level is, this should be a really nice entry. I would like this to consolidate a little bit more, let these MAs catch up, pull back through the MAs, get that reversal signal at the 38.2, and then confirm it as a cross back through the MAs with, a bullish engulfing morning star. And then that would be a good entry. And we're going to target 79 flat and our negative 27 fib level. So this would be a really nice trade for AJ. And then we could, obviously continue to manage beyond if it keeps rallying. So that would be a really nice trade. Just looking to continue the trend, continue to trade with the trend. But this honestly could even pull back to 61.8. So as long as price action is kind of above these two golden fib levels, as we call them, this one here and this one here. Okay, it will still be long, and as long as we remain above this trend line as well. So we have quite a bit of support here, and quite a bit of opportunity to take a long opportunity into 79. So yeah, we could see a nice setup probably tomorrow or Tuesday on this. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. If we are to look at short scenarios, I really want to see a break of this 4-hour high or low, which is at 77.9. I want to see a nice move through that, retest some sort of lower high, then enter short on. And then we're going to target major levels of support, all these minor levels in here, and then ultimately this monthly zone down at 76.5. So looking good. We got some opportunities playing out on AJ. It's so easy to find trade scenarios once price action is just forming good structure, like as we can see here on AJ and AU. It just makes it really easy to find trades. So this one's looking pretty good. Definitely want to find this long scenario first on AJ. All right, so that's that one. Let's move on to UJ now, and then we're gonna do EJ. We're gonna wrap it up with EJ after this. Daily time frame to start on UJ. I mean, this one's pretty simple. Overall, super bearish, guys. I don't think I've seen any major bullish movement on the daily time frame in a long time. This thing has just been printing lower lows, lower highs, blowing through levels of support recently. So yeah, it's been crazy. But right now we are what looks like in the middle of another bearish leg. You know, we did make a move down towards 103, and then it pulled back a little bit from there. So let's go to the 4-hour and see what price action is doing. Are we forming structure? Are we still pushing lower, or is UJ finally ready to pull back? Okay, so here is the level we hit at 103, pulled back very nicely. We do have a fib on this from this lower high to this low. And then we've been rejecting 61.8 ever since. So massive rejection, 1, 2, 3. We do have an ascending triangle here rather. So kind of interesting. So price action is pushing up into this level of resistance holding. Price action is getting squeezed. This could pop to the upside. I mean, we'll see. But honestly, this thing is bearish until we break above 104.15, because look at this descending channel, right? This would honestly just be filling the rest of this channel, honestly, if price action came up to here. And then it could reverse from that level as well. So if it does break and follow through with this ascending triangle, look for a higher low just above to then enter on. You could take a nice counter trend trade into 104.15, right into this level of resistance, which again, it lines up with this channel very well. So that could be a nice long opportunity. It is counter trend trade. We do always want to trade with the trend. So our first scenario that we're looking for is literally just a failure of bullish price action at this current level. I want to see price action move through 103.51, this minor level right here. I want to see it move through that, some sort of retest, either a wick, lower time frame, lower high, something confirming this break that I can then enter on. MA cross, evening star, bearish engulfing, something that I could then enter on and take a short back down towards 103. All right. So either way this plays, again, good amount of room for this to run here. So we could get a nice long opportunity or a nice short opportunity. Just got to see how this one plays out and where it break to the upside or downside. So that's UJ. Let's wrap this up, at least my pairs, with EJ. This will be the last one and probably the most interesting because it's probably one of the largest rectangles I've ever seen. So real quick, let's go to the daily time frame. Take a look at this. Overall, it's bullish, guys. We had a massive flag, huge break of that flag, rally into our monthly zone at 126.5. So yeah, very bullish, right? Let's drop right to the 4-hour and see what price action is doing up here. Well, real quick, let's go to the daily. Look at this. Look at how price action is just hanging around. It's literally it's shot to the moon and now it's just kind of hanging up here, right? Right at this monthly level. So let's go to the 4-hour and see what that looks like, which again, it's probably one of the biggest rectangles I've ever seen. This thing's been forming literally all month, the beginning of December 2nd. I mean, Angela, look at the size of this thing?
Oh shit!
Look at the size of this rectangle, guys.
Yeah, so guys, when we're in this type of range right here, you could either do one of two things. You could play the range, so you're highs and buying at the lows, or what Nick's waiting for here. What time frame are you on here? The 4-hour.
This is the 4-hour. This is
yeah. So since this is the 4-hour, guys, it is high probability to play the range, to buy in the highs and to sell the lows.
Right.
What I'm
Literally,
waiting for is
if
a
you
true
wanted
bullish.
to, guys, I mean, I was gonna say this too. You could just sell at the top, buy at the bottom. Sometimes it's like that when you're working with a range like this. I don't advise it because it's not a conservative entry. You're missing out on a lot of confirmations. But I mean, look how many times here it's bounced, guys. I mean, it's freaking insane. This is absurd. Look at all these opportunities.
Yeah, well, that being said too, I mean, if you're gonna play the range, ultimately your confirmation is the 4 hour, the range, and then you're go on the lower time frame, so go on the 15-minute or like the 5-minute guys, and this is where you would take your trade. So basically, you would just be taking sells at the top here on like bearish engulfings at the top. So you see what he's highlighting. I would even take it like right as you come into that blue zone. Whenever you get a nice clean bearish variation, like I would just take a sell. And then
Yep.
at the bottom, there's the same thing. When you have a nice bullish variation, I would take a sell. And you're gonna get stopped out if it breaks the range. But if you're just the strategy is literally just playing the range. So if it continues to range in this market until it breaks out, you just trade that. It's just a strategy. We're not personally going to do it because we just never really trade ranges like that. We'd rather trade in a trending market.
Yep.
But you
This is kind
certainly
of absurd, though. I mean, this is absurd. It really is. Like, just look at this. But anyway, so just for the sake of shitting around, whatever, that's fun. If you want to trade the range, go for it. Again, I always recommend the conservative entry. And in this case, I would expect it to be a pretty big one. Once this break finally happens, once we get a higher low or lower high, we're going to take a nice long or short opportunity. And this thing's probably going to explode. So, I mean, this is going to be nuts. But until then, guys, have fun. If this thing keeps going sideways, have fun trading this. That is just insane, though. You don't see ranges this big that often, especially this tight, since literally the whole month of ranging. All right, guys. So yeah, that's the wild card, right, for the night. So anyway, yeah, I covered DXY, AU, AJ, UJ, EJ, gold, and then maybe I'm gonna pass it off to Angelo. Maybe we'll do some bonus ones at the end. But yeah, guys. So that's all I got for
that's
you.
fun. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share up here.
Crazy stuff, man.
We get
Breakout coming soon. Yeah, it is.
breakout coming soon.
What's this guy's name? Is exclamation point?
Dude, this guy means business.
I'm just gonna call him excitement.
He does not fuck around.
Excitement. What's up? Yeah, no problem.
Let's see.
No problem, guys.
Share.
Yeah, just remember, guys, you can always, if you want to revisit this, it's going to be posted on YouTube. And if you want just the analysis, it's posted in Discord, just in the analysis section. You can reference it whenever. All right.
Yes, sir.
And they all have the play button, so you can kind of see how they're lining up. I mean, we're pretty accurate for the most part. So,
yeah, guys, just to recap, like Nick said, if you come in here and this is our Discord group or in the Telegram, in the analysis chat, we posted all the analysis in here. So Nick just went over all these pairs right here. I'm about to go over all these pairs. This is recorded, so I will post the recording afterwards. I know someone asked if they could save it or something. So it'll be saved. It'll be posted afterwards. And yeah, so make sure if if you can't listen to it, you can go in there, just read the text. We're basically going over like the same thing in here. So I'm going to get started. I'm just going to minimize some of this stuff so we can see. Boom. Lower this a little bit. All right, so we're going to get started with, we'll bump up to UCAD right here. So I'm going to go over most of the major pairs. As you see, I got a little watch list right here, which is all the major pairs and DXY. So we're going to bump up time frames. We're going to start on the weekly. Always start on the higher time frames. At least this is how we teach, guys. It's going to give you an overall picture as to what's going on in the market here.
And it helps simplify things. It's very methodical, to have a starting point, you work your way down. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, you want to we're always going to teach to place your levels on the higher time frame. This way they have more significance. I'll do GJ. I see in the chat. I'll do GJ. So as you can see here, I've got my monthly and weekly levels placed on this time frame. And then this is kind of just a one look, guys. Just looking last week, how did things end up with the previous week's candle? Where are we in conjunction with these moving averages? Right here, we got the 200-day. We're obviously below there. So this thing is in a pretty bearish trend. And then we like to see, are we near our monthly key level? This is based on support and resistance, what we teach inside the course. Are we near this level or not? Are we near a major level of support? As you can see, guys, in this red level that I've marked, this is a support level that I got, and I actually placed this on the monthly time frame, but you could even see here the relevance. We had this resistance, we had support all along this area, we had resistance here, we had support here, and then as you can see, I dragged this across, and last week, or the last 3 weeks, we started to reject this level with these dojis. Then last week formed this like inverted hammer candle. Guys, this inverted hammer candle is basically a bullish reversal candle, and I'm using it to signify more bullish pressure coming into the market at this point. So this is just a weekly time frame, just kind of a one look. You know, we're below the moving averages, a lot of exhaustion at the end of last week, but I am still anticipating more bullish volume. Let's bump down to the daily now. So daily time frame is where I'm going to start to look for my structure. Obviously, we're very bearish right now. So we've been forming lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high here, lower low, or retest the low, lower high, and then we push. Now we're all the way at this low. We have across the moving averages. Last week ended with this doji above the moving average. So we rejected that. So this level held as support. And this is key because look at this area. This is a resistance now turned support area. I'm just going to bump down to the lower time frame to the 4 hour. This is going to be the time frame, guys, that I really look at structure. My main confirmation right now is the weekly. Weekly time frame, like I said in the beginning, we had that inverted hammer candle. We're at that support level. We're seeing signs of reversal here. We could pull up all the way into this 13500 level. So with that in mind, I'm bullish. My bias is bullish. On the 4 hour, it lines up with that bias. We broke structure here, broke resistance. We made a new high here. And I fibbed from my low right here, first bullish candle in this push to the end of the bullish, when first bearish variation, bullish bearish variation here. So we fibbed from here to here. That's our point A and point B. Now we have this confluence area right at 38.2. So by that, I mean we have this resistance now turned support, and we have this bullish engulfing that ended off last week. So those are two confirmations, actually three with the 38.2. So that's enough for me to bump down time frames to the 30-minute. And now I'm just going to simply look at this. I'm going to come back up to the 4 hour. I'm going to highlight this variation right here, this bullish variation. I'm going to bump down to the 30-minute, and I'm going to say, does this bullish variation on the higher time frame, does it break any structure on the 30-minute? And I'm just going to mark this now. So when I look at structure, guys, we're looking at lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, retest the low, lower high here, lower low. And structure is based on two things. It's based on pullbacks to fib levels, and it's based on these moving averages. So as you can see here, the moving averages cross, we pull back, buyers step in a seller's market, we find resistance, pushes lower. So this is a significant level for me of structure. So we need to break this level. As you can see, we haven't broken this level yet, but everything's lining up. So as soon as we break this level, guys, I'm going to either take one of two style of entries. I'm either going to take a breakout entry. As soon as it breaks, I just buy. And by break, I mean it closes above this level. See how these two candles are tests? It has to actually close. So it has to have two bullish candles in a row above this level. And then I'll just buy, throw stops below here around 50 pips. Then I'll be targeting this as my first target. And then ultimately I'll be targeting this higher level all the way up into this blue zone. That would be my ultimate target, which is around 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. So that's the trade that we're looking at for UCAD. If this thing breaks this, then we're going to buy. If we break below this support level, then I'm going to look to sell. So one of two scenarios on UCAD. Let's bump over to USEF because it's looking fairly similar. As Nick said, this thing did gap significantly. So it gapped to the downside about 25 pips. Not too significant, but still, you know, definitely a big gap on this chart. Let's bump up all the way. We could actually sit on the monthly. So we'll start on the monthly time frame. As you can see here, I have this support level placed down here. Ultimately, when price reaches the zone, guys, I'm going to look for reversal. We're not there yet, though. So coming down to the weekly, where are we? So on the weekly time frame, I have this level placed right here. I'm going to go over this in a second. This is based on a lower time frame, but let's just look again on the weekly time frame. Last week, what was it? Bullish engulfing. So last week we had a bullish engulfing to end the week. This is telling me there's more buyers than sellers at this point, and we could see some reversal and this thing push up, and the next resistance level is all the way up here. It's all the way at this 9,000 level, 0.9,000 level. So that's where I'll be looking for this thing to push up to. So let's go down to the daily time frame. Again, guys, daily is overall extremely bearish here. I just want to go over one thing. I always do this at least one time during the live sessions. If you guys are struggling with marking market structure, if you don't know how to do it, this is going to be a good example for you guys. So I'm going to start off right here. I'm going to use this path tool over here. I'm going to start drawing. This is very clearly a downtrend. So I'm going to start from this high, move to this low. We had this pullback here, push down, pulled back here, push down, made this high, push down, push back up, push down, pushed up, push down. So guys, this is market structure. When I talk about market structure, this is what I'm talking about here. I'm going to hide all these candles. I'm going to hide these moving averages. We'll straighten this out again. And now let's make sense of everything that we just looked at. Let's make sense of market structure. Why am I bearish? You know, how do I categorize this? So I'm going to start here from this point A. This is the beginning of our trend. We're going to fib from point A to point B. Price pulls back to around this 38.2 level. So we're looking, whenever price pulls back to 38.2, guys, we consider this to be a lower high point in this downtrend right here. So we hit 38.2. Until we break 0%, this fib will stay here. And now that we have a lower high point, once this level breaks, we break structure. So as we can see here, price forms a lower high, pushes down, comes back up, retests the lower high, pushes down again, and then what happens, guys? We have a break. It breaks structure right here. I'm just going to level this out. We break structure right here to the upside. So this is technically moving into a bullish trend. And then what happens? We aren't going to buy until we get that first high or low. So this is going to be our support level that needs to be maintained. We can switch up our fibs. We can refib in this new bullish trend right here. And as you can see here, this thing breaks 100% right here. So this is actually a break of structure again. So don't let yourself get confused, guys, when it comes to market structure. You know, things can happen. Like this thing broke structure on this daily time frame to the upside. I was looking for a buy. It never found support. That's why we have to wait for that first high or low. Then it breaks to the downside. So what happens? I flip my fibs around again, and I'm back in the seller's market. So we got to remain flexible, guys. Back in the seller's market, come up to 61.8, rejects this level right here, boom. And then we don't move our fibs till 0% is broken. 0% breaks right there. So then we move our fibs from this high point to this new low that was established. Price came up all the way to this 88.6 level. This is our new lower high. And then this is where we're currently at, guys. We're currently at this low. So fibs are from this high to this low right here. And we're just going to take this off. We're going to take this off. And now we're going to bring everything back on. Boom. So this is currently where we're at. This is market structure, daily time frame. We're currently in a downtrend. We're on this pullback though. So how do we take advantage of this move? You know, ultimately we want to get in on a lower high, but on this time frame that we aren't there, we're at a low. So how am I going to get into this move? I'm going to go down to the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame. If I did that same thing we just did, guys, I would be able to tell that this was our most previous lower high point right here. So this is our most significant lower high point that formed. This is the level that needs to break on the 4-hour for me to go from a seller's market to a buyer's market. As you can see right now, we're testing that level, or at least to begin the week. I was pretty much anticipating for support to be found here and then for us to move higher. We gapped all the way down now. So this is changing up things a little bit. We need to get back above this level, this point 88 900 level, 0.8900 level. We need to get back above this area, guys, in order to take our next buy position more aggressively, guys, on the lower time frame. If you wanted to take a buy, pretty much what I'm going to look for is just right here. This is an uptrend. We have a high, we have a higher low point, we have a retest of the high, a higher low point. Now we're simply going to want to enter on the next higher low that looks like this. Bullish variations through the moving average. Right there, bullish variation through the moving average. Even this is too high volume for me to enter, but it's similar in concept. And then even right here. And then we always throw our stops. If we were to enter here, stops would be below here. If we were to enter here, stops would be below here. If we were to enter here, stops would be below here. Maybe we get stopped out, but this thing went into some profit first, so we would move our stops to break even. Went up about 23 pips. Stops would have been about 15 pips. So would have went into some good profits there. And then next area, we had buy opportunity right here. Stops below. Would have went up around 2 to 1. So those are all good trade ideas. Next trade ideas coming in right now, guys. So I'm going to take these off. We can't enter at the moment. Be too aggressive, but we just need to wait for something similar to this, little bullish variation through the moving average, and this thing's going to go bullish. If we break structure right here, if this thing breaks below this level, I'll tell you right now, guys, we're going to look to sell. If price breaks below this level, we're going to look to sell. So that's USEF. Let's go over now to GU. Let's bump up to the monthly. So always start on the higher time frame, guys. We'll start on the monthly time frame. Let's get an overall idea of where we're at. 200-day moving average, very bearish. So we're below there. We're below. If we were to mark out some structure points, we could see we're actually testing a very significant level right now. This is a level of resistance. This is a level of structure on the monthly time frame that we're breaking above. Now, this is the monthly, so this is obviously going to take a while to confirm. So we're just going to bump down. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is in the same type of area. So weekly time frame had been very bearish, forming lows, lower high, low, retest the lower high, lower low, retest the lower high, lower low, lower high, and then we just broke. So by break, I mean these candles formed right here. We broke above, things smashed back below, then we broke above, next candle confirmed. So the weekly is confirming to us that it's bullish, but let's just look at how these candles are actually forming. So we have a spinning top candle right here. Let's just zoom in a little bit. This spinning top candle, 2 spinning top candles in a row. Those are reversal signals. So for me, that tells me that there's a lot of indecision up at this level right now. And we're also testing this major level of resistance right here at this 136.20 level. So I am expecting GU to push down, and until we break above this level, we need to break all the way above this 13600 level. So let's go down to the daily. Again, daily time frame. Thing is bullish, definitely in a bullish trend here, but I'm just gauging this higher time frame. We're just analyzing this zone. Look at the wicks, look at the resistance level. Look at the gap that's down here. Potentially needs to fill that. Let's go to the 4 hour. And the 4 hour is pretty much in a very critical area right now, guys. So 4 hour time frame, if we were to map out structure, technically made a new higher high, made this higher low, and now we're back at this higher high. If this level breaks, this thing is certainly going to push up some more. As long as we maintain below this level, guys, we could potentially look for a sell. Where would I sell? Right here. Once this level breaks, we're going to start to load up sells into the lower zones. Where would I target? Let's go up to the 4 hour. Let's take this off, clean up the charts a little bit. This is our first target, this red line right here. And then even lower than that, I would start to target all the way down to here. This next support level, this 200-day. Also this level that's marked right here. So GU, guys, if this thing breaks this support level right here, definitely sell this thing all the way. Don't buy until we get above this 13600 level. So let's go over now to NU. Let's bump up to the weekly. Actually, let's bump all the way up to the monthly. So monthly time frame, we are very overextended. So when I hop on these higher time frames, guys, I just kind of do a one look. It's where are my key levels? I have them placed up here, right here, right here. Where are we in comparison to those? We're right in the middle, so we're in no man's land right now. I'll take off the fib for now. So when we get up to this area, I will definitely be looking for reversal. At this point now, I'm looking to see, could there be reversal? Could this trend continue? You know, I got to get down to a lower time frame. This is where everything kind of starts to paint the picture for me. Last week formed this doji candle. Dojis are signs of reversal. Look how these bullish candles are forming at the top here, starting to show signs of reversal with these wicks. Let's go down to the daily. Daily time frame, definitely still bullish. You know, we closed last week above the moving averages, so this thing is still bullish. This doesn't tell me much. I want to break this down a little bit further. And in the 4 hour, it's really where I am marking my structure. So I'm going to do this example just one more time for you guys. Again, this is what we teach inside of the course, and this is just a very good way for you guys to understand how to mark down market structure here. So I'm just going to draw, I'm going to bring these back on. I'm going to use the path tool. I'm going to just draw out some market structure. So we moved, notice how these moving averages were maintained all the way up to that level. And we pushed down, pushed up, pushed down, pushed up to this new level, pushed down, pushed up, pushed down, pushed up, and then we broke. And now this is where we're at. So I'm going to make this super clear for you guys on the, we're just going to take the candlesticks off, and this is going to become super clear as to why we're looking to sell right now. We had, we'll bring on the fibs. We had this point A down here, so the beginning of this bullish push, point B at the top of this bullish push. As you can see here, tested 38.2, moved up. Remember, we're not going to move fibs till we break 0% level. So right here, test 0%, move down, retest this same level, 38.2, about 50% area. We push up, we break 0%, boom. So that's when we're going to move our fibs. We got this. This is actually Angela. this is where we're going to move our fibs right here. So I'm going to move from point A, point B, right here. We pull back, hit 38.2. So again, why did I just do what I just did? This is our previous higher low. Until this is broken, we're in an uptrend, guys. Now we pushed up, made a new high, pulled back 38.2, pushed up, pulled back 38.2. That is our new higher low. Once we break 0%, this is our new higher low point. As I had marked, we pushed up, made a new high. Then I would have fibbed from this high or this low to this high until we break 100%. And this is an uptrend. Things smash through 100%. That's why we're looking for a sell. Now I would reverse my fibs from here to here. Now let's bring on the candlesticks and everything else. Got this. We got this. So this is where we're at. Very clear. You know, don't get it twisted. We're in a downtrend until this level breaks. All the way up here, this 100% level. Until this area breaks, guys, we're in a downtrend. And this is a nice confluence area. 61/8 right here. This is certainly a resistance level. So multiple confirmations. All we need is a bearish variation, some sort of bearish engulfing, and then we're going to look to sell. So this is our first area where we're looking for sells. The other confluence area will be all the way up at the top here. This is a supply zone, and then also 100% level. So we're looking to sell this pair, whether we get action here or later on. We'll see. That's why I have it on the 4 hour. I have it marked as red. So let's go now to EU. Oh, and this thing's opening very bullish. So let's go up to the weekly, up to the monthly. Boom, monthly time frame, monthly time frame. Let's go. Yeah, this is what moving averages use. If you are looking at my chart right now, dude, you can just look at the moving averages I use. You don't need to ask. It's right here. EMA 8, MA 8,
Well, yeah.
EMA 200. You know what I'm saying? So you literally just need to look, bro. Let's see right here. Taha, yeah, Taha. So that running through with the path tool, you know, doing it that way makes it super simple to understand market structure. So if you guys are struggling with, you know, marking up market structure, if you're watching this video and don't know, you know, what we're saying or whatever, just go back, watch the video again, you know, look how I'm using the path tool to mark things up, make things super clear for you guys. All right, so let's go. Now we're on EU. So EU on this monthly time frame, as you can see here, we're near this monthly level that I had marked. This is based on right here, very simply. We had support here, resistance here. So this is clearly an area where price is going to reverse at or find resistance. And we already wicked off this area. So this is why EU, I'm looking for reversal. Down to the weekly. Last week, again, one look. How did this form? Spinning top. You know, wicks on both sides here. So still looking for reversal. Coming down to the daily. Daily time frame doesn't tell us much. You know, had this bearish engulfing last week, and then we had these two like lower volume candles with the wicks. So I just want to break this down a little bit further because I know what my bias is. And then again, if we did the same thing on this that we just did on the other two pairs, I would be able to mark, this is my 4-hour level of support. This is my 4-hour level of structure. This level needs to break, guys, before I start to short. Now, if I wanted to get in on this more aggressively, you know, say I already wanted to start to sell, I would bump down to the 30-minute. You know, based on this, the 4-hour just formed this lower high right here. You know, ultimately we want this level of support to break, but say you wanted to start to sell early, you know, the confirmations are there and you wanted to be more aggressive, you would bump down to the 30-minute and just sell when it makes sense. This 30-minute is in an uptrend. It's trending up. At a minimum, guys, this level needs to break. If we were to run through that same little example that I just did and just do it on the 30-minute, this is the structure that we're looking at right here. So this would have to happen to sell. That would have to happen to sell. We're not selling here. We're not, you know, this would have to happen to sell. Now, for me to start to buy, say this level breaks above this, breaks above here, we get a nice little lower or higher low, then I would look to buy into this upper zone. Just keeping it simple. You know, remember the 4-hour is bullish until this breaks. Daily is bullish, you know, and then we have this monthly resistance level. So I would just buy back into that resistance level. Again, just keep it very simple. Last but not least, let's get into GJ. So let's bump up to the weekly. We'll bump all the way up actually to the monthly. What is this? All right, so monthly time frame. We have this cross of the moving averages, so blue over red right here. So this thing is definitely getting some buying pressure. We have this bullish engulfing candle right here. And again, this is kind of just one look. Overall, this is a downtrend. You can see this trend line I have marked as I come down to the weekly. Overall, very bearish. We've been forming lower highs ever since, all the way since January of 2018. This thing's been in a downtrend. So now let's look at this area in particular a little bit more closely. We had this resistance level form on the weekly time frame. So this is at 141, right about. Now we're starting to test that level. This level is being tested. We have this like spinning top candle again. This is a reversal candle for myself. Let's bump this down further. Daily time frame. Daily is bullish. So daily is very much bullish. We actually form this like rectangle type pattern, which is normally a continuational pattern. But all of these wicks are leaving me a little bit weary. So I'm going to just bump down to the 4-hour. And the 4-hour is really where I'm not trying to get duped out here. What I would look at on the 4-hour is this. We had this low, lower high, retest that low, then we're pushing up to test this high. So this 4-hour, if you can see, we had this bullish candle, doji, bearish candle. We're still testing this level right here. I don't want to buy too early. We're still testing this level. Ultimately, guys, if this thing starts to close lower, sell. If this 4-hour starts to move lower, we're selling for the week. If this thing closes above here, then we're going to start to buy into this trend line up here. So again, just trying to keep it very simple. Things are very choppy right now. If I bump back up to the daily, that's that wick. So that's why I'm really looking to sell, because of this wick. You know, 4-hour time frame, again, not trying to get like duped out by this or fooled or anything, surprised. Like daily time frame, huge wick, a lot of buyers exhaustion. Obviously sellers are stepping in right now. So yeah, GJ looking to potentially sell this. We could already see had this bearish engulfing candle form. So we'll see how that plays out. So I just went over GJ, EU, NU, GU, USEF, UCAD. Those are all the pairs that I'm going to go over. The main two that I'm looking at right now are UCAD and USEF, looking to take positions on those. Again, guys, we're going to be posting updates for all of this throughout the week in the premium chats, mainly the premium signals and the premium analysis. So the premium analysis is different than the free analysis we just dropped. Here all week, we're going to just be putting lower time frame setups. So basically when we're getting ready to take the trades on the lower time frame, that's when we'll drop the analysis in here. And you guys will learn obviously from how we're trading, the style that we're trading and everything like that. And when the trades are ready, we'll put them in the premium signals. We have multiple chats for that. We'll put the trades in there, and then you guys will get the trades that you can take on your account, and you can follow along with us. So we like to do the free analysis is the higher time frame. The analysis for the members is the lower time frame, like we just went over. So we'll continue to update that for the members all week. If you guys are interested in joining any of our services, we have the full course, which was just on sale, but now it's back up to its full price, $4.99. Everything that's going to be included is right here. If you guys want to see more information, just come into this link right here and you'll get a full overview of what the course actually has. And I suggest you guys looking at that. And then we have the trade copier. So you might have seen we've been posting some updates on this. The trade copier is basically just our account management service. So we'll just manage your account for you. All you have to do is connect your account directly to ours on our website. And we walk you through how to do everything like that. The minimum account size is $1,000. And we've been posting effects book and results and everything. You could expect to make anywhere from 10 to 30 to 40% a month. But if you want more information on any of these, including the signals, just shoot me a message. If you guys aren't in the free course yet, you can come on here and join the free course right here. And that's pretty much it. So we thank you guys for hopping on. It's been about an hour for the Sunday Market Blitz. This will be posted afterwards. And, we'll be back on Wednesday for another free session for you guys. And yeah, this was definitely a killer session. New
Yeah,
member here.
absolutely. It was a good one. But yeah, guys, so enjoy the rest of the weekend. And yeah, have a good week. We'll see you guys on Wednesday for the free trading session.
Yes, sir. Yeah, look out for more updates coming in the Discord. If you guys want to message us, best place is going to be in the Discord chat. So make sure you guys are in there. And, as always, we appreciate your guys' support and hope you guys have a good rest of your night.
Oh, yeah. Thanks,
Peace.
guys. Peace.